welcome you in to the Small Ball Podcast alongside Trevor Mikulin, Christian Dennis. I'm Scott Ayers. We've got our great producer Andy behind the scenes, but most importantly, Christian Dennis is back. No missed episodes.
I am back, and you know what, boys? I have a bone to pick.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Why?
I can't believe you guys did this. I want to make this a petition.
Do you know what he's talking about?
To remove a missing show count off my list.
Whoa. We've never had a petition on the show.
So, for all the listeners out there, last week I missed the show. That's because my father-in-law passed away. And Trevor decides.
Wait.
Trevor writes on the board 10. Under missing shows for me. I can't even get a pass. I'm grieving the loss of my father-in-law.
Okay. Hold on. I didn't know we were going to be doing this. You knew.
I will say, maybe in passing on Sunday, Christian said, I have something I need to say.
I don't get like any like grace or like, oh yeah, man, you should definitely miss this podcast. Like,
I think there's grace for a lot of things.
Hold on. I feel like if I was the one to miss the show for a family member that passed, I feel like you guys would still put one on me. And don't make it seem like Trevor. Why are you saying Trevor? Why are you saying Trevor did it? Scott was just as equal in.
But Trevor, we all know it's between you and me. So if you could get one more on me,
Christian,
you're gonna do it.
I'll put you back down to 9.
Keep it at 10. Keep it at 10.
No. Listen, guys. I tuned into the pod last week, and I'm thinking, I honestly thought you guys just wouldn't acknowledge it. Or like mention anything about the missed shows.
And can I say something?
Yeah.
I before the show I said, Trev, do we mention why Christian's gone? He's like, no, probably not.
But you would mention that I'm gone.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You're like, all right, we're gonna give him a tally, but we're not even gonna explain why he's gone.
Of course. What would you have wanted us to do? What would have been the best thing for us to do?
Best thing to do? Don't acknowledge it, or just say like, hey, Christian's out for personal reasons. We're not gonna count it.
Interesting.
Do you know? Hey, hold on.
You know that's a good point.
Hold on. I just want to say, I want Christian to know this. I love you, and I'm sorry.
I love you too, Trevor. Now take my 10 off and give me a 9.
Well, here's the thing. It's a petition, so it has to go to the committee to decide if we're going to take the point off.
Should we?
Let's
vote.
Hey, wait. Before you guys vote, like, I also want to point out, like, there's been good reasons why I've missed a podcast.
Me too. Let's vote.
Can we look at
vote.
One reason, my honeymoon.
On the board.
And my second reason, the only two that I'm petitioning, honeymoon, which I'm not going to say you guys need to take that one. But the second one is the passing of my father-in-law.
I know. We heard it.
So
I say
really
we vote.
quick, on the board, does it say missed shows and anything in like parentheses, like reasons for missed shows?
No, we're just keeping track of how many missed shows each person has.
Okay.
So a missed show would be defined as not being here.
Okay. And are we raising our hands?
No, we're going to do it this way. Andy's going to vote first, then Scott, then me.
As someone who's missed 6 months, yeah, I'll allow it. I'll allow Christian's reason to stand.
All right, the ball's going to be in Trevor's court because I am not approving the petition. So it does come down to Trevor.
Wow.
That was sick by you guys. Diabolical.
I want it on the record. I was going to say no regardless. This is so perfect.
You were going to say no regardless.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You know what?
A lot of morals at stake.
I'll erase it.
Wow. Petition, first ever small ball petition has been approved. So Christian Dennis goes down from 10 missed shows to 9.
Yep. That is how you use a coach's challenge right there.
Don't forget this.
I won't forget this, Trevor. If someone passes in your family, you have a pass.
All right.
Yeah. It does.
My 9 looks garbage, but
9. Christian has now gone down to 9
Thank you.
missed shows.
I'm at 8. Scott is at 3.
At 3.
Andy's at probably 15, but we don't keep track of that.
No, we don't keep track of Andy's because he was a student last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a student podcaster. Student first.
Student first. Yeah. Wow.
All right.
That was really nice.
Let's talk ball.
All right, let's talk basketball. That was the most electric start we've had to a podcast in recent. Wait. Oh, that was nice. That was the most electric start we've had to a recent podcast. But what's going on in the NBA right now, just as electric, because in the Wild West, as we have deemed it, it is now the wild small market Western Conference. The top 4 teams in the West are all small market teams. And guys, we've been waiting for this moment.
This is special.
This is everything we've hoped for. This is why we started this podcast. Because if you go on ESPN, they're still talking about the Lakers. They're still talking about the Suns,
Literally.
the Warriors. Like NBA today, that's probably all they talked about.
Right.
Why are the Lakers bad? Why are the Suns? Like, who cares, dude?
Right now, the T-Wolves are 1. The Thunder are 2. The Nuggies 3. And in 4th, Sacramento.
Yeah, and we did touch on the Wolves quite a bit last episode. Really quickly, shout out to the Wolves because we talked about on last episode, Karl-Anthony Towns hadn't been playing well since then, though. He has been just an absolute monster for the Wolves. So they are rightfully the number 1 team in the West, and that is something that could stay consistent throughout the year. But we obviously want to focus on this episode, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Sacramento Kings, because they're the 2 hottest teams in the NBA.
Yeah, right now the Sacramento Kings, as we're recording, are on a 6-game win streak. They play the Pelicans. If they win, they're on 7-game, of course. If they lose, whatever. And then the Thunder are on a 5-game win streak. So that's 2 teams right there that are on impressive win streaks. It's not just like 2 games. It's 5 and 6-game win streaks.
Right. It's pretty cool. Let's talk Sacramento. It was announced today De'Aaron Fox is the Western Conference NBA Player of the Week, which is pretty cool. Undefeated in his return. He missed 5 games, came back, and you know who's number 1 in points per game in the NBA right now?
Who, Trevor?
De'Aaron Fox.
Whoa.
De'Aaron Fox. He went on a tear last week, averaged 32.3 points per game, 52% from the field, 44 from deep. That's a new record. Yeah, pretty huge. And then 6 assists a game. And he's just looked unstoppable. Teams just can't stop him, and his speed is just killing teams. So for Sacramento, De'Aaron Fox coming back, dominating. And another thing that's really cool with this, Sabonis is playing incredibly well. For the first time in his career, he's had 3 games in a row above 26 points, which is pretty cool. On a week that De'Aaron Fox is the leading scorer in the NBA, Sabonis is still getting it done.
Yeah, and Sabonis, like, if you guys watch the Lakers game, like, Sabonis dominated Anthony Davis, who Anthony Davis is supposed to be one of the best defensive bigs in the league. And it was like he wasn't even there.
Right.
Which is just incredible to see. And then, you know, De'Aaron Fox, before the season started, I remember seeing Mark Jones tweet about how, De'Aaron Fox is going to be an MVP candidate. And Mike Brown has really demanded a lot from De'Aaron this season so far, and has been talking about him being an MVP candidate. So it's pretty clear in the Kings organization who they expect De'Aaron to be, and De'Aaron's picking up that phone and he's taking that call.
Yeah, well, and to be an MVP candidate, you have to be extremely valuable to your team. And while Fox was out, the Kings were playing some ugly basketball.
Yeah.
They got their socks knocked off them by the Houston Rockets 2 games in a row. And I know as someone who's just pretty impartial, I don't really feel one way or the other. It was like, what's going on with Sacramento? Is there an issue here? But to see Fox come back, be as dominant as he has been with Sabonis as well, or playing as great as he has, this is a Kings team that's legit. And there's now rumors that Sacramento is going to be active in the trade market of trying to get that piece. And I want to touch on it really quickly. Remind me who came out with the post that was like, they need to upgrade from Sabonis.
Kevin O'Connor.
That's not who they need to upgrade from. And I think it's pretty clear. If you're able to upgrade that spot with Harrison Barnes, who I know is probably loved in Sacramento, he's been pretty loyal to the city.
Definitely.
you can upgrade from Harrison Barnes. Like, there are a ton of upgradable pieces. If you can do that, Sacramento goes from, yeah, this team can contend, to, no, this is a certified contender that can win the Western Conference.
Talk on some of the trades.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's a lot of names kind of circulating the market right now. We hear OG Anunoby, we hear Pascal Siakam, we hear Zach LaVine.
And Shams said this, right?
Yes, this is all from Shams, who's saying that the Kings are going to be really active in the trade talks, like coming up in this February. And I wouldn't even be surprised if could be something earlier than that. The way the Kings are going right now, they're hot. They probably want to get a guy in sooner rather than later so that they can kind of build that chemistry, because they're aiming for a championship this year. Like, they're trying to be better than what they were last year. They're trying to keep improving their team. Out of those three guys, I think the best fit's OG, without a doubt. I mean, for a team that has struggled defensively in the past, the Kings have performed a lot better this year. You know, they're kind of in the middle of the pack when it comes to NBA defenses. But to be able to get a guy who can be a legit lockdown defender could be a nice piece with this Kings offense. Because Keegan Murray has stepped up a lot defensively, and he's guarding the best guy on the other team most nights. And if you add a guy like OG to that, that's going to open up Keegan's game more, because now Keegan can kind of go back to what he was last year and knock down more threes. Like, you could tell on the offensive side, he's a little bit tired, and he's not shooting as high of a clip that he was last year. But, I mean, OG would be pretty sweet. Pascal Siakam is another player that I like a lot for the Kings. The only concern is you got to re-sign him after this year.
And you would have to give up more to get Pascal.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's the thing for me. I really like Keegan Murray, and I think that the Kings potentially could have their third guy already in Keegan Murray. So it's just going to take seeing that. And I know that Monty's been more aggressive as a GM. I mean, trading Tyrese Halliburton away to get Sabonis. He wants to win now. So Keegan Murray could be a guy that ends up getting moved. And I know that's like Kings fans, that like no one wants to hear that, but it could happen if a real big name comes out and they're available. Sacramento could be that team. I like Keegan Murray where he's at, and I think that the Kings already have a guy that could be deemed as their third go-to player on the offensive end, like a Chris Middleton type player.
Yeah. Yeah, it is going to be interesting, and the nice thing is for Sacramento, you don't have to make a move right away, but we have seen, history has proven, teams that make a deal right at the deadline don't win the championship.
Correct.
It takes too long to actually gel that core together. Now, if you're replacing someone like Barnes, maybe you have a better shot, but it's just hard to do, especially if you're bringing in a big talent, because they've had a big role wherever they are. They come into Sacramento, they're most likely going to be the number 3 guy. And if they are a number 2 guy or number 1 guy, I mean, that takes a while for things to gel. But right. What needs to be focused on is Sacramento. It's why you can't overreact to the first couple weeks of an NBA season as much as you want to. It's not the NFL. Things can change in 2 weeks' time. Sacramento reminded all of us, hey, this team still really good at basketball, and that needs to be proven.
Yep.
Or that is proven, I should say. And another team had maybe some slump, the Oklahoma City Thunder, also very good at basketball, and guess what? They have a guy right now who's leading the Rookie of the Year conversation.
Dude, Chet Holmgren, we knew that he was going to be good. I don't know if we necessarily expected him to be this good right out the bat. Like, he's nuts. You know, he's shooting the ball well. He's defending. He's making assists. He's also blocking a ton of shots right now. And it's really cool that he's playing this year when Wemby is also playing.
Yeah.
Because it's like a perfect like comparison of the two every night, which is just so fun to watch.
Right. It's been fun. I mean, Golden State. So they played Golden State and went into OT. How to get there? Chet Holmgren hits this crazy three-pointer to send them to overtime, and then they went on and won the game. Chet that night, listen to the stat line, 36 points, 5 assists, 10 rebounds. The dude went crazy, and he's shooting super efficient from the field. Like he's very selective with his shots, and he had a quote this week talking about, what did he say about like scoring and efficiency? Did you guys see that?
Well, no, I didn't see that tweet.
Anyways, it's clear that this guy values efficiency over just throwing up 100 shots. You know, like some of these stars in the NBA that we've seen, a James Harden type player. He's not that kind of mindset. He wants a good shot for the team. He's fun.
And he's also currently one of the best both offensive and defensive players right now in the NBA. NBA University, which if you aren't following NBA University and you love the NBA, it's an account that you need to. They tweeted out today that players in the 85th percentile in both offensive and defensive metrics, Chet Holmgren is in that. And other players are Joel Embiid, SGA, LeBron, Jason Tatum. List goes on with like 4 other names. It's like, this is a guy, this is his first year. He was out all of last year. And he's already making a massive impact on both sides. If you're a oh my gosh, I almost said Hornets. Not if you're a Hornets fan. That is the last thing you want. If you're a Thunder fan, you have to be thinking, we have some of the brightest talent in the NBA.
Yeah.
Even if this year you're a 6 seed and maybe you get knocked out of the playoffs early, holy cow, the future is extremely bright.
Let me shine the light on one player that doesn't get talked about enough.
Please.
Isaiah Joe.
Baller.
Isaiah Joe,
Dog.
24 years old. He shot 40% from 3 last year. This year, the dude's shooting 50%. He had a game last week. He went 7 for 7 from 3.
Yeah.
That's insane.
He is such a good shooter. He's a dog. So I'm excited to see how he develops. But, dude, the Thunder, they have so many guys.
The Thunder have the second youngest core in the NBA, or second youngest team in the NBA.
Right.
And they have a ton of draft capital. It's insane. So I'm just so curious of what the Thunder are going to be doing within these next couple of years, because it's like, as we're kind of seeing with the West, I mean, regular season wise, it's pretty wide open. You know, any team can jump up the standings at any week. Like we're seeing them in the 2nd seed right now. So it's just like, what's next for OKC Thunder? You have your star in SGA. Do you guys just keep developing the players you have, or at some point you gotta trade your assets to
Acquire something.
Yeah, because you just have too many assets.
Yeah, no, they are stockpiled with picks. It's pretty unbelievable. You know, and I don't even know what a trade would look like right now, but it is in that same position where it's, hey, let's develop these guys and let's see what they can become. You've got the Jalen Williams ×2, both of which bring different things to the table.
Santa Claus, though, has been awesome this year also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they've been great. Lou Dort is, we're starting to figure out who Lou Dort is. A couple of years ago, it's like, no, he can be elite both ways. Elite defender, maybe not a huge upside offensively, but there's still a role there.
Yeah.
I was watching the OKC play the Warriors, and Dort was guarding Clay because like Steph was out. Clay couldn't do anything. And I just like, all I was thinking about is like how much I would hate my life if I was being guarded by Lou Dort.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's still shooting 46% from 3. So.
Yeah. And that's a role. Like if he can be 3-and-D,
yeah,
perfect.
That's perfect for him.
Also, really quick side note, Klay Thompson.
He's bad.
Washed.
He's washed.
Dude, he's washed.
He's washed.
He's
It
washed.
sucks to watch.
I just want to touch on it for
just
20 seconds.
mention that.
Klay Thompson washed that basketball. Night, sleep tight. Back to OKC.
Thunder are not washed.
Not washed. Bunch of dogs.
You know what player I also really like that I didn't expect him to get as much playing time as he has been is Cason Wallace, their rookie this year.
Dog.
He's a Kentucky guard. Like, think about all the Kentucky guards in the league.
They should have known.
He's probably going to be amazing.
It's a factory.
Yeah.
No, OKC, the West is awesome right now because of the power of the small market teams. We control, and I say we because we're connected at this point as the podcast.
We're the voice of the small market.
We are the voice and reason of small market, and the West needs to keep it up.
Right.
One team out east, the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
That team defensively is phenomenal. It's just a forest of giant dudes. They played the Indiana Pacers, who was offensively the best team in the NBA, and absolutely smoked the Pacers. So this Orlando team, they're going to be very fun in the postseason. Yeah, that's my prediction. They're making the postseason. Wow. To a point where there's really, I don't think they can take care of Boston, but they can be in very interesting series with both Philadelphia and Milwaukee.
It's been cool to see what they can do without their point guard. Markelle Fultz hasn't been playing for the last few games, and he's been in and out. And yeah, like you said, they're playing really good.
Yeah, which is going to be exciting when Markel's back, because on this podcast, we all love Markelle. Like, if you haven't watched Markelle Fultz play, like, he's really fun to watch. He's a great player,
and it all goes through him.
Yeah, which is surprising. Like,
right,
you don't
have Paolo.
Yeah, you think of Paolo, you think of Franz when you think of the Magic, but like the ball is always in Fultz's hands, and he's kind of navigating everything. But one thing that I love about the Magic is they have so many guys that it's like next man up mentality. Because Wendell Carter Jr. Has missed a lot of games, and one guy that's been starting for them, Goga Badatse.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe he is in small ball lore.
Yeah.
Like, we bring him up like once a year.
Yeah.
It's like Goga. He's coming.
Yeah, and
Goga's coming.
Goga is coming.
And he's nice. He's a good player. Like, he's solid. Like,
I was surprised that Indiana just kind of let him go. Like, I feel like there wasn't a spot for him there, but every time he played, he produced for them.
Which is weird, because it's like you have Miles Turner, right?
He's balling.
Miles Turner's great.
Stud.
But he needs a backup. So, and
Jalen Smith.
They like kind of play Jalen Smith, who's like,
talk about small ball lore.
Jalen Smith, dude. I'm so out on him. Like, he's not it.
Scott, how do you feel about him?
Breaks my heart, but I am also out on Jalen Smith.
I just remember.
This guy was so high on Jalen
I remember
Smith.
last year before the season, we were talking about how the Pacers promised Jalen Smith a starting five.
Promised him a starting
It was
role.
in a press conference too. Rick Carlisle was like, "Yeah, we promised him a starting five." I've never seen that before.
They promised him a starting role, and he played like 8 minutes a night.
Also, like, why him? Why are you promising him a
He
starting role?
balled out at the end of
I
his rookie
drafted him
year.
like 70th in our fantasy basketball league that year. I'm just beside myself because he's scoring like 8 fantasy points a night.
Yeah,
which is horrible if you play fantasy basketball.
Not good.
That guy stinks. I'm so out on him.
But Goga, we are in on.
Yeah,
Goga. He's coming.
He's coming.
Yeah.
New small ball kingdom.
Oh,
He's a giant.
Goga, the friendly giant.
I love that.
Oh, we got to add that. Goga, the friendly giant. He
Yeah.
is coming.
Yeah.
I wish we made merchandise because that shirt would be
Goga the
insane.
Giant.
Goga the giant. And then
be
on the
sick.
back, he is coming.
Yeah. Oh.
He's what?
He's
No,
coming.
he's
Like
coming.
winter is coming.
Like winter is coming.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, he's coming.
Yep. That'd be awesome.
Goga.
Gosh. All right.
Goga even sounds like a giant's name.
It does.
Goga.
Goga.
Oh, Goga the giant.
Magic are good.
Magic are good.
Great defensively. Here's one of the things I'll say on them as well as Oklahoma City. It's exciting. It's fun to see them have some success. I want it to be consistent.
Yeah.
We are like a month into the season.
Let's see what they're doing in January.
Exactly. So, but they're showing some flashes. They are.
Flashes.
That's all I just wanted to say.
I like that. No, I agree. The other two teams we're going to touch on the East, Cavs and Bucks. Cavs 7-6, just got to win against Denver.
You don't sound excited.
I'm not.
Cavs 7-6.
They're 7-6. Listen, before the season, high on the Cavs,
Right.
And they can still be great. Jared Allen, also one of my dogs. I'm not as sold as I once was with Jared Allen in that role. And I'm not as sold with the makeup of this team. I've been working on this theory
Yeah.
for years and years.
Okay.
For years.
Years and years. I am not sold on the two ball-dominant backcourt guard duo. I'm not sold on it.
Not only are they both ball dominant, but they're also small.
They're small guards. I can't get sold on it. Luka and Kyrie, you can kind of get away with it. Kyrie's kind of accepted the role a little bit more, and Luka's also could be like a small forward.
Right.
But everywhere else, it just doesn't work. Like Trey and DeJounte, I don't know what their end goal is, but it's not going to work to win a championship. And that's my same feeling with the Cavs. With Donovan and Garland in the backcourt, Andy, our great producer, I'm sorry I have to hear this. I'm just not sold on it. It's not going to produce enough to be good in the East. Or I should say great in the East. That's my take on the Cavs.
Honestly, Scott, I don't hate your take at all.
All right.
You know, the Cavs, they are on a nice little 3-win win streak right now. So, like, kudos to you. I think Max Strus has been a great addition.
Agreed.
He provides shooting. But like Jared Allen said, the lights are a little bit too bright.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe the Cavs need to reconsider the end goal of their team. You got Garland and you got Mobley that are two very young players that are really good. All right, how do we build around them and make them better? And Donovan Mitchell is coming up on a contract year, and from all the reports, it seems like he's not planning on re-signing with the Cavs.
Yeah.
Like he wants to go to New York. So call up New York and you get whatever you want because they're giving up everything.
Yeah.
I mean, they have insane amount of picks, and I mean, but RJ Barrett isn't something that gets me excited in a return for Donovan Mitchell.
Throw up.
I'm not ready to jump ship on Cleveland yet. I think it's early to be like, blow it up. Trade Donovan. This isn't working. The backcourt doesn't work. I think that they're going to be all right. I mean, they're 6-4 in their last 10. What I do think I need to see is, I mean, people talk about Evan Mobley like he is going to be Joel Embiid. Like he's going to be a perennial superstar in our league. I have not seen, I mean, he's not showing it. He's playing well, averaging 10 rebounds, 16.6 points per game, and he gets a couple blocks a game. Defensively, he's great. But what is his, like, what do people think he's going to be, you know? If he's going to be like Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid, whatever you want to say, level player, I need to start seeing that because offensively, he's not there. Is he going to be a Jaren Jackson Jr. type player, and that's what you're saying? Great, I'll accept that. But I don't see him like being this like crazy
top of the league,
face of the NBA type guy like some guys talk about. I mean, to me, the way I see Evan Mobley and the way that I think that they should play him, obviously I'm just some random guy who has no NBA experience, right. But just from a fan's perspective, I would like to see them run Evan Mobley the same way the Kings run Sabonis.
Yeah, like have the offense run through him.
Yeah, have it run through him. Evan Mobley's a great passer. He's a good playmaker. Let him develop that way, and then I think everything else will come naturally to him. I mean, you got a stud defensively, but the role that he's in right now, he's not going to reach that superstardom like you just mentioned. He's not going to be that Joel Embiid. He's just going to be.
And if they do that, even more so, I would be on the probably trade Donovan Mitchell train. I'm glad, Trevor, as a member of the Small Ball Podcast, you need to remain on the ship because I have gone overboard. I have cannonballed into the Atlantic Ocean because and that's not saying they won't be competitive. Maybe they'll win a playoff series, but at the end of the day, you build a franchise and you build a team to win a championship. I just don't think you can win a championship with two guards who just do this.
Well, Garland gets like, how many assists a game does he average?
6 to 8 assists a game.
6 to 8?
But this is what they're doing.
Right.
This is what they're doing. They're just pounding the rock.
Garland?
Oh,
no. How many assists does Garland get? He's got to get like 8 assists a game.
Trade Donovan Mitchell. Get a guy get a Keegan Murray-esque at the shooting guard, six assists. I want to see that up to 9.
Yeah.
You like that?
I like that.
That's what I'm challenging you.
Who?
Right now.
Garland?
Yeah, Garland. Not Donovan Mitchell, because you're in New York.
Darius, listen. Listen up.
Please listen. I am challenging you. Please. You need to start averaging 9 assists a game. And that's going to be possible when we ship Donovan out to New York. We're going to get you some good assets. We're going to build a championship team in Cleveland.
Scott just said, Cleveland, this is for you. Yeah. Watch me work.
I'm doing that for Cleveland. And people are going to say, no, it's Donovan Mitchell. I just don't buy it.
Scott doesn't buy it.
I don't buy it. The guys are near my size. Slightly bigger, a lot stronger, and faster.
He may need some like training to get to that level.
Darius.
He'll fly you out.
Darius.
Ask him.
I have another message. If you need training, talk to me. I'm a dog.
We will send you Scott's huddle highlights to prove it.
Please.
Yeah, he's got
people
good huddle
forget.
highlights.
People forget. 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Or no, 7 points, 6 rebounds. Probably numerous assists.
Multiple.
That was before they were counting assists.
Yeah, they didn't count assists
YMCA.
in rec league like that.
If he started getting, how many rebounds did he get?
6.
If Darius Garland started averaging 6 rebounds a game, that'd be an improvement.
The Cavs are going to look a lot better when he's 9 assists, 6 rebounds, however many points.
Can you vouch for Scott on this and agree with me? He is a dynamic rebounder.
He is a ball hawk.
Okay, so what are you like? Maybe he won't fly you out, but he'll listen to this. What are some of your tips and tricks for rebounding?
Okay, so I've been called kind of like a Ben Simmons on the basketball court.
It's true.
Because
You're left-handed.
I'm left-handed, and Darius, I'm an undersized guard. I'm not big.
No,
you're not.
But the thing is, people get lazy when it comes to getting rebounds. So us smaller guys, that's where we capitalize. We're aggressive. We're quick. We're dynamic. When these guys think they can just loaf around, that's where you go capitalize.
I bet he's never thought of that.
He's never.
His coaching staff probably has never asked him to go rebound.
No, nor do they say like, hey, this is necessary. Once you start thinking, hey, this is necessary for my team to win, your perspective completely changes.
Yeah, that's good. I just want to make sure that you averaged more than him, just to double check on that.
Oh, my huddle highlight?
Yeah, your rebounds.
Isn't it 6
I'm guessing
rebounds?
Garland probably.
Oh, dude, he needs you. He only averages 2.9.
Yeah. I was going to say he averages like 3 assists.
Wow.
The guy's kind of a bum on the glass.
He needs Scott's training. That's good.
That's good. All right, that's our Cavs segment.
That's our Cavs.
That was really
Shout out.
effective. Do we want to talk Bucks?
Yeah, let's just a little touch on
Small
them.
touch.
They're on a little win streak themselves, 4-game win streak. It's just nice to see that the Bucks are starting to gel a little bit with Giannis and Dame. Dame was out for a little bit. Giannis went nuclear. He was going off.
Yeah, you know.
And then when Giannis sat out like a game or two, Dame went off. So I think that kind of got them both a lot of confidence.
They don't like playing with each other is what I'm learning. Oh, Giannis is sitting tonight? Yes, I'm going to go off.
I can shoot the basketball.
Finally, I get the basketball. Yeah, no. So I just think that, once that duo really learns to play with each other, they're going to be so good. I mean, they're already good, but they're going to be even better.
Yeah. Right. They're 7-3 in their last 10. I try to turn on Bucks games, and
I think I know what you're going to say, because I think we all agree.
Oh, man, I don't know what it is about watching Bucks games, but it's not exciting to me.
It's hard to watch.
And this is a Bucks pod.
We love the Bucks.
Bucks champions.
NBA
We have their banner hanging. It's hard to watch. It's just I'd rather watch the Thunder.
Honestly, dude, I'm the same way. I do have to admit, the first game of this season,
right?
The Bucks were fun.
Yeah,
because like Dame, he willed them to win. Like he went off, which was so exciting. Because as great as Giannis is, he is a very boring basketball player to watch, in my opinion.
No, don't. That's Giannis the Freak.
Unless he's
Yo, what are we talking about the Freak right now?
What are we?
unless Giannis is on the fast break,
Yeah.
he's so boring to watch, and he's painful to watch. I see
Bucks
him.
podcast.
I love the Bucks. I see him get a rebound. He dribbles up the court, doesn't pass the ball, takes a mid-range jump shot,
Oh, dude.
and I swear he breaks the glass. Like, it is that terrible of a shot. And I'm like, this guy is playing rec basketball. He gets his rebound,
Yeah.
doesn't pass it to anyone, bricks it.
Probably
and then-
gets the rebound, gets fouled, shoots 2 free throws.
It's just a cycle, and
Yeah.
it's miserable
That's
to watch.
NBA great Giannis.
But Giannis is awesome.
He's
amazing.
awesome. He's awesome.
He's a freak.
He's a Greek freak.
I just
Weak
want to
freak.
see Giannis play more into a system.
Yeah.
And maybe that was the system of old, and he's trying to break some habits. But yeah, it is funny. That first game with Dame, I was like, oh, Dame, I'm not used to this feeling watching the Bucks.
Yeah.
That feeling wore off when he shot like 2 of 92 in that next game.
Yeah, he was bad.
Once they start figuring it out together, maybe it'll be
Maybe it'll
more-
be
more
enjoyable to
electric.
watch. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like for the most part, if Giannis and Dame are on the court, both of them have to touch the ball in every possession.
Right.
I don't want to see like Dame bring up the ball and not pass it to Giannis and vice versa.
Yeah, we're paying to watch you two play.
Yeah, like you guys gotta share the love.
Yeah, I agree. No, I totally agree. All right, that's Bucks.
That's Bucks.
Yeah, as soon as you started saying, I don't think we enjoy watching Bucks play, I did watch producer Andy kind of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're talking about this right now.
Yeah.
Gave a little shrug, a little sigh. I was like, hey,
Hey.
we speak the truth, but we love the Bucks.
And we love them, and they are a part of the small market kingdom.
No, we
so
love them.
can't take them out of it.
Yeah, Trev, you had a segment for us.
I do. A lot of NBA centers we've even talked about tonight. A lot of them playing well, some of them not as well. Guys, let's talk NBA centers. I want one of you guys to be the one to choose between. I'll pose 2 players, and you guys choose which one you'd rather have.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Christian,
All right.
got it.
So which player would you rather have? I'm going to say that again because this is for the Instagram Reels.
It's for our Reels fans.
Here we go. Which player would you rather have? Center edition. Ooh, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, first one up. And give me your answer right away, and then we could talk as long as we want about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Chet Holmgren versus Evan Mobley.
Give me Chet.
Oh.
Wow.
All right, let's talk about it.
Producer Andy in the background went, what? What?
I just like the upside of Chet and the team that he's on. I think he'll flourish more than
Right.
Evan Mobley. And I just think that Chet has a little bit more offensive ability than Evan. Like he can shoot a 3. Evan Mobley is not really known to be a good shooter.
Right. And they both are solid on defense, so I would agree with that, especially with what we've been talking about.
Yeah, I don't need to add anything.
Yeah. Okay. Domantas Sabonis versus Bam Adebayo.
Domantas Sabonis all day, every day.
That one's controversial. People won't like that. People won't like it.
People don't like it because people drank the freaking Miami Heat Kool-Aid. Like, yeah, they've been to the finals twice in the last 4 years.
Something like that.
Like, cool. You guys also lost in the finals twice.
true.
So it's like you're right there with everyone. You didn't win. Okay? So who cares if you made it further? But Bam is in this league, it's all about offense. It's all about getting buckets. And Sabonis is a better offensive player than Bam. And it's because Bam is not super aggressive on offense. He's more aggressive on defense.
Yeah.
And that's just my thought process between the two.
Okay. Valid. That one, what, Scott, honest thought. Come on.
Truthfully, I've come from the Bam side to Sabonis because of what Christian had mentioned. Defense absolutely plays a role, but offense is what's going to win you a game at the end of the day. And you want to be able to go to someone late game. You would much rather go to Sabonis late game than Bam, in my opinion.
And let me ask you this. In the finals, how was Bam's defense on Jokic? Like, did you think like he was really doing anything?
It was like everyone else.
So, in that case, it's like everyone's equal when it comes to Jokic.
Bam would score 20 points, but it would be on 15 shots or 16 shots. So I would choose Sabonis.
Okay, good stuff. 2 young guys here. This is a fun one. All right, Jalen Duren versus Alperen Sengun.
Oh, give me Alperen Sengun.
Ooh,
Alperen Sengun he's just like a Jokic, Sabonis type player where he could do it all on offense. And he's just so crafty and creative. I've never seen a guy make so many moves just off of a pivot.
Yeah, no, he is phenomenal. I think Sengun, in a couple of years, he's 21 years old. Like, he's young. Mm-hmm. He has a chance to be he will be a top 3 center in the league. He will have a chance to be the top center in the league with Wemby. He'll have a chance to be like a top 10 player in the NBA. And I don't think that's a stretch. And that's big coming from me because a couple years ago, I was like, I'm not really sold on this guy. Not only am I sold, but we're starting to see his potential, and the sky is the limit for him.
Jalen Duren the last few weeks has been battling injury, but Duren is legit.
I like him a lot.
I totally agree.
You mentioned how young Sengun is.
Duren's what, 19?
Duren is 19 years old.
In his second season, which is nuts.
Yeah, and he's a rebound gobbler, and he is a defensive.
To me, Jalen Duren's peak is probably like an Andre Drummond.
Which Andre Drummond at his peak was very, very good.
Very good. Very good. He just offensively, he's not going to provide anything, but he's a crazy rebounder.
Right, like you could say Prime Dwight is like that mold of a player. No bag on offense, but
sure. But we just talked about how Sengun is similar to like a Jokic. Then
right.
So
yeah. And also, let's let's give nicknames to Sengun. You know what I'm saying? Papa Pivot.
Papa Pivot.
I don't know. I just thought of it.
You really just thought of that?
Yep, on my own.
Holy smokes, that's really good.
Pivot Poppy.
Poppy.
Ooh.
Pivot Poppy.
The
Poppy P.
Poppy P.
Tsunami Poppy.
P.
Okay, we got 2 more. This one's classic. All right, Embiid versus Jokic.
What?
Jokic.
Okay, I just had to ask.
You had to ask.
I wanted to check in.
Center edition.
It hasn't changed.
Day and night.
What?
Okay, and then the last one. This one's fun. Last one. All right.
The last one.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Rookie Wemby versus rookie Shaq. Let me explain. You know Shaq's career, okay? And you're getting the rookie version of him versus the question mark of how good Victor Wembanyama could be. You get him for the rest of the career. Give us your answer.
Oh.
Give us energy for this. This is the last one.
I want Wembanyama.
Oh, crap. Holy crap. I was not expecting that.
Wow.
All right. Let's freaking unpack that.
Wemby, I want to start with just where
There is no way he just said that, by the way.
Wow.
There is no way.
I like
this is
it.
for the real.
Oh,
you
okay.
said give me something that would be a little crazy.
No,
That's
I
not
like
crazy.
that.
Listen,
Yeah.
defend yourself. Don't break down the third wall here.
Dude, Wemby, he's 7'5".
No, he's big.
Like, the amount of games that I've watched with the Spurs where I've seen them just just toss the ball near the rim and he just taps it in. Like, that play's is essentially unstoppable.
Yeah.
And if he's anywhere remotely close to the hoop, he has the advantage because he's just going to be taller than everyone. If he ever, Wemby, if you're listening, if you develop a sky hook like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
It's over.
you're going to pass LeBron in the scoring title.
Wow.
I like that. I'll play devil's advocate and say, because I know what Shaq is, and it's like I'm starting a franchise, it's like, oh, I know what this guy's going to be. I know how to build around this guy. Maybe the most dominant stretch ever from a player. Give me Shaquille O'Neal.
So you know that you're going to have Shaq, you're going to build around him, and then he's going to leave for Los Angeles.
Ooh.
But I'm already in Los Angeles. Ooh.
Plot twist.
Checkmate.
Yeah, I also just Wemby's with the Spurs. You
No,
know
I love the
great
pick.
that organization is, and he loves it. He's loyal.
I like the
Obviously,
pick.
it's his first year, but you can kind of tell like this is the team he wanted to go to. Like he grew up watching the Spurs, and Tony Parker's from France, so it's like,
Yeah.
he's a Spurs fan. I mean, it's like one of us playing. Like it's like Scott playing for the Nuggets for his whole career.
Yeah.
It's like that's his favorite team
It's cool.
growing up. He's gonna want to stay loyal
Great
and play
pick.
there as long as he can.
I think that was a great pick.
Great pick. Gosh, great episode.
Great episode.
Christian, you're back.
I'm back.
You didn't
I
get
only
a mark?
missed 9 shows.
He's only missed 9. Let the record show. It's
one more than Trevor.
Historic episode. Our first ever petition.
I can't believe you knew that. You guys talked about, hey, let's make Trevor uncomfortable. Call him out for that. That was diabolical.
You know what's funny though is like I wasn't really thinking about it until yesterday. Janelle in church was like, Scott, why did you guys just call out Christian's missed show like that?
And what did you blame it on me?
Yeah, I said, yeah, that was Trevor.
You know what? You know what's crazy is I'm pretty sure Scott and I had the conversation. I said, hey, Scott, like, should we do this? I don't know if we should. And Scott said we should. He's missing a show. He said the same line, I think. What does it say on the top?
Hand up. It was my line of saying, no, you missed a show. So I'll write the dissent.
That's insane.
I'm gonna write the dissenting opinion. No, Christian should have gotten a missed show.
And you were the only one that voted for him to keep 10. You are scum.
Whoa.
Does that make you feel better, Trevor?
It does. It does. It does.
I love this podcast. Guys, what a great episode.
Yep.
Great episode. Yep. For the great producer, Andy, Trevor Makulin, Christian Dennis, who's only missed 9 shows, and myself, Scott Ayers. We say so long for now. We will see you next week.
You guys gotta say anything?
Give me Wembenyama.